Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Please like and subscribe and share this video. Um, Today we're doing a walkthrough of the Appalachian Antique Mall in Boone, North Carolina. Specifically, the address here is 631 West King Street in Boone, North Carolina. Um, I'm doing a voiceover for this. They were not playing music inside the antique mall. However, the door is open, and just outside there are some buskers that are, and pretty common in this location, are playing music that are covers. So there's still the uh, opportunity for some sort of copyright infringement being that recorded. So I'm not sure. Just to be safe, I thought, well, let me do a voiceover. I usually do. A little more about this location, the hours, which I'll put in the description. They're open Monday through Sunday, 10 o'clock in the morning until 5 p.m. There's 3 levels. Um, the phone number here is 828-268-9988. And they have information you can get online. I'm not sure that they have a website. I actually didn't look. Anyway, we're going to go through here. Probably catch at least 75% of this place. As you can see, they have some bowls, and uh, they have some Pyrex. I'm not sure that was Pyrex, but they do have some Pyrex. Um, there's some postcards. I'm not sure. I didn't flip through all of them. Just showing you postcards, and some of them I do remember from previous visits have old stamps on the back. So you could go in there, just flip it in reverse and look for the stamps if that's what you're looking for. Um, I think those Mattel Barbie-like dolls were actually Barbie brand. I'm not sure about that. I guess you could pause on that and kind of get closer to your device or television and see. They have some comic books. Some are locked up and others are just out. Some of the earliest antiques here from the very early 1900s or maybe even before. Somewhere in here we will see a gun that is purported, rifle rather, that is purported to be from the Civil War. So, we'll look at that for a second, but not quite yet. Um, Pretty nice place. Their stock does change from time to time. Usually, though, if you watch this video, there's some football cards. If you watch this video and then you notice that it's been 6 months or a year, there's still probably going to be probably half this stuff hasn't changed, because a lot of people come in and they root through it and just buy a few things or maybe just one thing. I don't think they get cleared out that often, and if they do, if something does sell, it's replenished by a like item pretty frequently. So if you see like a record you like and somebody buys it, by the time you get there, they may have replaced it with the same or similar record. People don't usually just leave their booths and then don't come back. There's usually one or two people that are actually restocking their booth when you come in if it's busy. I did see one person restocking their booth. I avoided them because I didn't want to get their face. There's an old jukebox machine. More records. There's a dulcimer, I think. Used to have some of these when I was a kid. cartoon glasses. I think you used to get those at Hardee's. You know how McDonald's has the Happy Meal toy? Hardee's used to have a glass you could get. It's kind of odd now because I'm gonna bet, I don't know, but I'm gonna bet that Hardee's now probably doesn't even allow glass inside their store for their workers to drink out of because they're afraid somebody will get cut or it'll break and there'll be a problem. But back in the 70s, that's one of the things they gave out. One of these is a Cabbage Patch doll, I think. Yeah, that one. I'm not sure about the others, but pretty cool fire truck from Tonka. Sometimes when it looks like I'm looking at the sky, I am actually avoiding a person's face that has decided to walk in front of me. Because it's a little bit difficult for me to look through here and also make sure that I'm not running into somebody. So I want to be very careful. Jewelry. Some of this jewelry, I don't know if necessarily this kind, but there is an enormous amount in this store and particularly up and down King Street of stores that are selling jewelry that people have made. I don't know if there's an enormous amount, but there certainly is several shops that sell jewelry that the locals have made. Oh, there's the gun, or close to it. Yeah. I might get a better look at it later. I'm not sure. It seems I want to say that I looked at it again, but I might be wrong about that. So we're going upstairs, and I think when I get to the top here, I'm going to kind of look down on the main floor, which is the middle floor, as an overview, so you can kind of get an idea. Pretty big place, lots of stuff, and there's stuff back under the area that I'm at. So yeah, there's 3 floors here. The main floor is the most interesting, in my opinion, and then I would go with the top floor, and then the bottom floor is okay, but I want to say the bottom floor has maybe a few more larger pieces that are just big furniture, among other things. But there's a gun. I'm not sure the age of that one. Kind of looks German, but I don't know a whole lot about guns, so. Those are, I believe, cigar boxes. I think. I could be wrong about that. Most of the booths have a theme. I think we're getting ready to step into sort of a military one. Sort of like a little army store, kind of. Mostly clothing. There's an old sled. That area reminds me kind of like a scrapbook area. I don't know that that's what it is, but that's what it sort of reminded me of. There's a bunch of quilts, I assume handmade by the vendor, but they could get it from some other location. I'm not sure. There's a couple of old baseball gloves down there. I'm not sure about the brand on those dolls, but they looked old. There's an old Tonka truck, I think. Kind of beat up a little bit, but still in working condition. There's not air conditioning in this area, but there are a lot of floor fans, so the air does circulate around here pretty good. Bunch of trains. I'm not can't remember because I went through it pretty quick, but there are. I did remember seeing a couple of Lionel trains of different sizes throughout the store. I actually one thing that I didn't see a complete train set. I did see several cars, bits of track, and engines, but I didn't see a complete set. They may have one, and I overlooked it. Who knows? Ah, yes, some sort of Budweiser clock. I guess that would go nicely in a bar or your man cave, depending on if you drink or not. Okay, we're going back downstairs. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Made out of tree. That honey, I believe, is from a local company that has their own bees. I think that was some sort of weapon we just saw that one of the locals had made. Lots of the items here are um, made locally. There's a few baseball card type things. If you see them out like that, they're usually not very expensive. The more expensive ones or the older ones are usually behind glass or in a case. And you can just tell the folks up front what number is on the particular booth and they'll get a key for you. Golf clubs, baseball bats, tennis rackets. More comic books. Don't know if we've gone through it. I probably went over it really quickly. They also have a pretty decent selection of cassette tapes around here somewhere. I didn't really pop them open to take a look at the condition, but just looking at the cover, they seem to be in pretty good condition. I would suggest you just take a look. Most likely, they don't even have it for sale if it's not in good condition because who would want to buy it? That's more preserves or jelly someone's made. There are several vendors that have vinyl records, and the prices usually reflect the condition. So if you see vinyl records that are pretty pricey, it's usually because it's the vinyl is in pretty fantastic condition, and the cheaper ones they're not as great. There's an old GI Joe. I had one kind of like that. That's before action figures. That GI Joe was. Action figures are the size of the Star Wars carded action figure, like they have GI Joe action figures, but they didn't call those action figures yet. I don't know that they necessarily called them dolls because I don't think that would have been marketed well towards little boys at the time back in the 70s. I'm not sure. I know it's more stuff that people have made, but I'm not sure what that was. Oh, am I going downstairs here? I think. Yes, I believe I am. And the view is a little weird because I was passing somebody that was going up the steps and I didn't want to film them. So we're oh gosh, where are we at? Yeah, we're gonna look around down here and then we're going to be about done. I don't even know if I went back upstairs. Let me see. Hmm. There's some Christmas items. Yeah, I think I'm about at least 2/3 through the video. Still some pretty cool stuff down here. But the things that I usually shop for are on the main floor. I'm usually going for some sort of tobacco cards or, if I can find Hot Wheels or I wouldn't mind finding Pokemon cards, but I actually didn't see any Pokemon cards here. There were a good bit of sports cards, football and baseball. Wasn't looking for it, but didn't see basketball or hockey. But they may have that some future day. Yeah, so the bigger pieces of furniture are going to be on the bottom floor. And some of this stuff that looks like it's tables that they've set things on, the actual table is sometimes for sale, or frequently downstairs anyway. Yeah, there's a chair for sale. Old tools, very old gas cans. So this is one of my more favorite places to go in Boone. Yeah, I think this or the Parkway. Going hiking on the Parkway is pretty cool. They also have a good, not too far from here and on the same street, they have a Mellow Mushroom pizza place, so I like that. And they have several stores beside this one on the same street. There's an old sewing machine. Um, that have a lot. That's I thought that was the price. It isn't. The thing below it's the price. Let me see. Yep, there we go. 135 bucks. So yeah, they have a few stores that have a lot of Appalachian State University sports wear. So um, shirts and jogging shorts and jerseys, baseball type jerseys and football type jerseys. They also have a few stores that are kind of designer furniture stores. Across from this place, almost across from it, is the old Mass General Store, but it isn't the original old Mass General Store. Um, and so it's, in my opinion, it's not quite as interesting as the original one. The original is in Valley Cruces. There's no train car. So they do have, even in the one across the street, they do have big baskets of candy, different kinds of candy. So that's cool. Yeah, so this is definitely if you go to Boone, I'd come by here. It's pretty interesting. And then while you're on this street and find parking, hopefully, um, they do have pay parking meters. And then if you can't find parking, then just up the hill is even more parking. So this is well worth going to this place. I'm not sure. You'd have to contact the owner and ask them if you wanted to sell here. Um, Most people, I get the idea that they actually have a booth here, and although I believe they can do consignments, but I'm not positive about that. You really have to talk to them about it. So I think we're running pretty close to getting out of here. Um, just a reminder to please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get monetized, but I'm very, very far away from that. Don't have anywhere near as many subscribers as I need. Just thought you guys might find this interesting. I do appreciate you watching. Feel free to leave comments down below. I remember Mad Magazine and Creepy Magazine. I had some of those. Well, guys, thanks again for watching. Pizza Hut? No.